Welcome to the latest edition of the Leicester Music Podcast, as we feature three acts that will be appearing at this year's Glastonbury Budget Festival in Wymeswold at the end of May. Coming up, we'll hear from the Deli's Mix and rapper Jonesy, but first, here's a new track from Ferris. This is called Pathfinder. Sound of Ferris there and Pathfinder. Glad to say members of the band join me now. And first of all, I've got...
I'm Scott. How you doing, John?
Yeah, pretty good. And you're excited about this new album you're putting together?
Yeah, really excited. It's a bit different from the first album brought out, Speak Up, last year. It's quite varied. The track listings is as yet we've got 14 tracks and we've got 11 or 12 to choose from.
Has that been a difficult process? As always with most bands, you've got more tracks than you know what to do with.
Extremely difficult, yeah. We've had an hour and a half meeting tonight discussing it, but we just about nailed it now. But Pathfinder, the track you've just heard, that is the opening track on the album.
Is there anybody in the band who gets a casting vote then when it gets difficult?
Not really.
Well, no, we try to keep it between the four of us and make a decision between the four.
And, I've listened to your stuff a little bit now and watched the video, which is available, I know, on your website. You have got a very, very good kind of pop rock sound. That's obviously what you're aiming for, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks, John. Yeah, we've sort of our sort of vibes, sort of the '60s sort of thing, Small Faces, that sort of thing. You know, and basically songs, bringing it more up to date. Sort of influence would be sort of Crowded House, Oasis, BDI, that sort of thing. But yeah, we like something that people can pick up a tune and remember it, which there's not a lot of that about at the moment.
And let's have a word with you are.
I'm Nick.
And you do what in the
I
band?
play the drums.
Okay, and obviously we've got Glaston budget coming up, and you had a few choices as to what to do there, didn't you? Explain that.
We did, yeah. We were offered to open up the main stage lunchtime when everyone would be feeling rather rough from the night before, I think.
And just wandering in. So
Yeah,
to speak,
yeah. So we had a second option as well. So that was to play in the big top on the afternoon on the Saturday. So that's what we've gone for, and it's.
So you're hoping it's going to rain quite a lot then?
Well, yeah. So it's going to be hopefully should be pretty busy in there.
It is a good atmosphere in there, though, isn't it?
It is. I've never actually been myself.
Have you not?
No. So this is the first time for me. But I know these guys were there last year. And,
I should ask you that question then.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, it's absolutely awesome. I mean, we played. We weren't on that stage last year, but we spent a lot of the time in that stage because obviously it was chucking it down a rain all weekend. Good old English weather. But yeah, I mean, I think you can get between 6,000 and 8,000 people in there cramming them in. Great atmosphere. Hopefully, it'll be a good one for us.
And who else have we got at the end here?
I'm Rob. I play guitar in first, and I pretty much do everything.
And Glaston budget, you got experience of that?
Yeah, it was really good. We had a good time. It was, like I said, it was raining, it was cold. Not sure whether the best camping weather in the world. Let's just hope the summer shines.
And when you say everything, there's a few grimaces.
play the drums.
I don't play the drums. No, I'm pretty much all the sounds and sonics, and we actually produce our own stuff. We've got our own studio, and so we record everything ourselves, produce it ourselves, and pretty much we oversee everything.
Just a short history of the band, if you could. How long you've been together and kind of where you are with stuff?
Well, the band's been together for about 2 years, 18 months to 2 years.
2 years in particular.
Whereas Scott and I have known each other a lifetime.
Have you had many changes in the band, or is it pretty well hung together?
No, actually, this we are at the best we've ever been. We've had some members unfortunately pass away, which was very sad, and it was hard coming back from that. But Nick's came in, and he's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's a whole new band, new sound.
And you've got some support gigs with some slightly bigger bands coming up. So it looks quite exciting, that, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're playing with Reverend and the Makers and the Specials, people like that at Mossborough Music Festival in Sheffield. That's just looking at my notes there.
Notes.
That's on June the 22nd. And we've got Glaston budget, obviously, which you've already mentioned. And then we've...
They've got ABC on, haven't they? I think they've got ABC.
Yeah, they've got
on with them.
Yeah, they have. They've got a few Nick Haywood, that sort of thing.
Then we've got...
Nick Kershaw, rather.
I'd like to mention this. We're playing at Glaston Blaber, which supports a local charity, the Harley Staples Trust.
Yes, I'm hosting the acoustic stage. I've been asked to do that. I've not actually been to that festival either.
It's
so I'm
a
looking forward
great
to
festival, and we're headlining that one. So we'll be on the main stage on the Saturday, that's the 6th of July. And then we're in talks at the moment, final sort of negotiations with supporting Top Loader on the 29th of June.
Nice. And what about the album? Obviously, we've got a couple of tracks we're playing here, but when are we going to see the release of that?
We've got a launch gig for the album on the 14th of June. That's at the great venue that is the Crumbling Cookie. You've got to go there if you've not been.
I've been inside there. Yeah.
If anyone's not been, it's brilliant. So we've got ourselves and a few support bands on for the night. So tickets are available now.
Okay, and if people want to get tickets, how would they do that?
They can buy tickets if they look on our website, www.theferris.co.uk, or find us on Facebook. Then there's an email on there, phone number, or they can buy them off the support bands, which are Formal Warning, the 2 and 8s there from Birmingham, and Lose On Bleeding Heart. They're a young up-and-coming band.
Yeah, I've seen them actually a few times as well. Okay, good-looking lineup as well. And if anybody forgets the link, get in touch with me, johnsinclair32@yahoo.co.uk, and I'll make sure I'll reply to it. So good luck with the record, and we're going to hear the other track now. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this track's called Do You Mean It? We've just actually shot a video for this one with what's the film company
Large
called?
Scale.
Large Scale Film. Sorry, Steve. And that the video will be available within the next 2 weeks. That was shot down at the Exchange Bar. That's going to go on our website, so look out for that one. Yeah, and this is called Do You Mean It?
I can see you looking in my face. I can hear you laughing at my jokes. But do you mean it? I can see you got the taste. I can feel you got the shakes. But do you mean it? Do you mean it? Do you mean it? Do you mean it? But do you mean it? I can see you're out of place. I can watch you walk with grace. But do you mean it? Do you mean it? Do you mean it? Do you mean it? Paint the sky yellow from the dust of my tears. Paint the sky yellow from the dust of my tears. Do you mean it? But do you mean it? But do you mean Do you mean it? Do you mean it? Do you mean it? Paint the sky yellow from the dust of my tears. Paint the sky yellow from the dust of my tears. But do you mean it? But do you mean it? But do you mean it? Do you mean it? Do you mean it? But 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 do you mean it?
Next up, it's the Leicester rapper Jonesy. This track is called Live Life, Live It Tall.
Yeah, it's Jonesy. You see, you gotta follow your dreams in life. Don't let anyone ever put you down. Be yourself, man. Live life, live it tall. Don't ever let life make you fall. Be yourself, be true to who you are. Follow your dreams, be a star. Live life, live it tall. Don't ever let life make you fall. Be yourself, be true to who you are. Follow your dreams, be a star. Dreams can be so hard to get. You gotta be determined and never slow your bet. You gotta cast out your net and hook until you go. Keep on winding the goal in and never let it go. Be strong to who you are, taught to believe in yourself. Make sure you trust those around for guidance and help. So don't be scared to put your name out there. Put the pen to paper, put your mind into gear. So many want to be musicians, it's a hard industry to break. You have to keep on working hard before people notice your name. Every chance you get, just take that chance and pray. You never know that one day could be your turn to play to arenas, so the crowds have platinum records. This is the dream I want, so I keep myself focused. I never slow down, you'll never see the end of me. And hopefully one day I'll be able to capture my dream. So live life, live it so. Don't ever let life make you fall. Be yourself, be true to who you are. Follow your dreams, be a star. Live life, live it all. Don't ever let life make you fall. Be yourself, be true to who you are. Follow your dreams, be a star. Be totally strong, never give up on yourself. Keep on working hard and make sure to stay focused. Determination is what gets you to the places. So be determined and tie up the shoelaces. Keep your head held high, smile to those who walk by. Middle finger to the haters, to the lovers, say hi. Everyone has a dream, so keep on following it. It does not matter if you're great or if you're rubbish. If it's something you love, never stop being passionate. Everyone tends to have haters, but just keep smashing it. I may never make it to be a well-known rapper, but I just keep on being something that I'll love forever. The main thing is to live life to the full. Whatever you do, seem to look back on. So when you're older and you have kids of your own, you wanna tell your kids to live and have fun. So live life, live it all. Yeah. Don't ever let life make you fall. No. Be yourself, be true to who you are. Follow your dreams, be a star. Live life, live it all. Don't ever let life make you fall. No. Be yourself, be true to who you are. Follow your dreams, be a star. So yeah, just be yourself. Don't let anyone else ever judge you. Rise above all the haters. Rise above ya. If you have a dream, just keep on doing it. Like I'm doing it too. Yeah, yeah. Live life, live it all. Live it all. Don't ever let life make you fall. No. Be yourself, be true to who you are. Be true. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Be a star. Live life, live it all. Don't ever let life make you fall. No. Be yourself, be true to who you are. Follow your dreams. Be a star.
Well, that was Jonesy, Live Life, Live It All. I'm with the man himself now. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too, John, mate.
And how's things been over the last few months?
It's been manic. Of course, I work full time, but with music, I've been working so hard and getting inspired by other bands, listening to other people, and of course, I've been to Norway recently and recorded a new charity song over there.
How come you ended up going to Norway?
Just because I'm pretty much. It started off through YouTube. You meet somebody. And what happened is over time I got to know this person. It's a young person I met, and I've been speaking to his mum and dad. And what happened is I got the invitation to go over to Norway, and we recorded this charity song called "Love Around" to raise money for poverty.
And we're going to hear that later. So did it take long to actually put it together then?
I've originally written the song, and what I wanted to do is have somebody else to feature on the song. Now I've been thinking really hard on who to have featured. And I thought, I'd like to get a younger person on the song to have, what I was trying to say is have two generations to support poverty. And I wanted to get a young person on the song to show that a young person actually cares about the world itself.
And that was just the inspiration. Where did that inspiration come from? The message in the song, really?
Well, the song itself, I got inspired because, of course, you work, through BBC or seeing like poverty on the news all the time, I got inspired to write the song because I just don't like seeing poverty, all these people dying through not having food. It really can get to you. And so I was inspired to write the song because of that.
And that single comes out fairly soon. You're quite excited about it, I think.
Really excited. It's probably one of those songs I'm really, really happy about. It comes out on the 5th of May through YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, everywhere.
and we're going to hear a preview of it on this podcast.
We're going to hear it later.
A little bit later on. But one of the other reasons I wanted to talk to you is because we were just reminiscing about your Glaston Budget audition back in October, and you're on the bill, and there aren't that many rappers that appear at Glaston Budget.
There's only 2 rappers this year, from what I've seen when I checked the lineup. There's myself, who's on the Saturday Charlie Arnie stage, 8 p.m, and then there's Ricky C, and that's it. Really?
So how
2 rappers.
how exciting was it? Because the audition process, I think you quite enjoyed that night.
I really enjoyed it. I had a large fan base that came down to see me, and yourself came, and I was really, really happy with how people standing in front. It was really nice. I mean, I think the organizer really, really thought that I put on a good performance, because he actually came up to me and says, "You're getting better," which was really nice. And yeah, I got through. I was really happy.
Yeah, you engage the audience a lot. I think that's probably what they like.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to interviews like this, I'm shy, but when it comes to stage, I really explode. I love it. I love being on stage.
So a festival, it's quite exciting. You know all about Glaston Budget. Obviously, it's a mixture of tribute bands and
new acts
from around here, which is great, isn't it?
Definitely. I mean, I'm not just doing Glaston Budget. I'm doing a few festivals this year. I've got Fox and Locks, Cosby, Glaston Blaby, which I think is tied up with Glaston Budget as well.
In fact, I've been invited to do the acoustic stage for that, actually, because I've never been before.
I'm on the acoustic stage.
So I'll be introducing it. That's
yes,
good.
you will. You will be.
Although I'm doing some introducing, I think, at Glaston Budget. I'll ask them if I can do you then, I think.
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
That'd be
definitely.
good.
That'll be wicked, man.
It's just working together now.
Yeah.
But what I was going to ask now, but obviously festivals, are you gonna plan something different for that or not?
Well, of course, I have been trying to get myself a DJ together, but not successful in that yet. I'm trying to get a live band, not successful just yet, but I'm working on it. For my festival, it will be, don't expect any sad songs. It will be just upbeat all the way through. Maybe one emotional, but it's going to be upbeat. I really want to get the crowd drawing.
And just to digress slightly, before we started the tape, you were telling me about another local band that are appearing at Glaston Budget that you were really excited about.
Well, there's a few that I'm really excited about, but there's a band who I saw recently at the Shed for I Want to Be a Rockstar for the Heat, and they got through the semis. 4.0. They are fantastic. I mean, the guitar player is named Robert, I think. The expression he gives in his face when he does a solo, like the sticking out tongue thing, going crazy. But he brings out some of the best guitar solos I've ever heard from any artist. I think he's only like 17 or 18 as well. It's like one of the best guitarists I've seen in the local area.
Tell us a bit about I Want to Be a Rockstar. I know you're involved in judging that as well. That must be kind of difficult because you're an artist. So I guess you've got to kind of put yourself in somebody else's place.
I only judged 2 of the heats, and I tell you now, they have been really hard to judge. I performed in one of they have special guests where they have an opening guest. I performed in Heat 2, but it's mainly a competition. Pretty much, there's a big prize at the end of it. You get a UK tour. You get a professional EP made. It's quite a good prize. There's bands that are battling it out, and music first promotions put on the gigs, booking the acts. It's very tense. Trust me.
It sounds it.
Trust me. On the Saturday just gone, it was sweaty in there from everyone getting really.
And the judges as well, I guess. And you were telling me also about a CD that's going to come out that's going to focus on Leicester bands. They've been doing this around the country. Just tell us more about that.
Recently, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a new page on Facebook called the Leicester Label. I'm part of helping booking on bands to play at venues. What will spark up with this is an idea to have a compilation CD where Leicester bands record a song. It will go on a CD and pretty much promote Leicester music scene. I don't know too much about it, but that's a little brief info about it at the moment.
So how many bands from Leicester would you want to get on it? A dozen or so, maybe?
An album's worth 12 tracks, so 12 bands.
That's a dozen. That
or
works.
Maybe solo artists. It could be an artist, could be a band. We're not just doing bands, we're doing acoustic acts as well, so there will be chances for other genres. Are
you doing any warm-up stuff before Glaston Budget?
In fact, I've got a gig on the 17th of May, and it's quite a big one. I'm supporting OPM.
I saw that. I remember seeing that now.
So you may know Heaven is a Half Pipe.
Of course I do. Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I'm old enough.
Well, I was only 10 when it got released. But now supporting OPM at the Sound House, and I really can't wait to perform at that gig. It's £10 a ticket. It's quite higher price from my usual £5 shared price. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay, introduce this song we're going to hear that's
Yeah, sure.
for charity. How are you going to raise money somehow through this? Sorry, how's that going
It's
to work?
going to be raised for Compassion,
Yeah.
which is a Christian charity. So pretty much it raises money for poverty. You sponsor a child and pretty much you help that child grow and hopefully get them out of poverty and go to university. And, yeah. Pretty much it's a song called Love Around. It features Alexandru from Norway, who's got a pretty big fan base, to be honest. And pretty much we just want to raise money for poverty with this song, which comes out on the 5th of May on iTunes, everywhere.
And here it is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's raise money to end poverty. Let's go. We need to stand up for what is right. We need to keep moving, never give up the fight. Keep praying to the Lord, let him show us the sight. Bring peace to the planet, bring darkness to light. Let's attack the devil, let's bring justice and peace. Let's make it so it's safer to walk these streets. Let's make it so everyone's treated equally. Share food around so there's enough food to eat. Break down his barriers, gotta break down his walls. No need to see each other crumble down and fall. So many people starving, no access to food or no clean water. But then again we still moan that we're on the latest iPad or the latest car. When there's people have nothing, no strength to walk far. We need to help God's people, need people to understand that we're all together as one, that we all share land. No time to waste, no time to stop, we need to keep sharing the message of love. Let's make a change, let's stand our ground. Let's unite the world, share God's love around. No time to waste, no time to stop, we need to keep sharing the message of love. Let's make a change, let's stand our ground. Let's unite the world, share God's love around. Yeah. Okay, Alexandru. Yeah. Tell them how you feel about poverty. Yeah. Tell them, man.
It's so hard to imagine that 1 billion people have no access to safe water. Every 3 seconds another child dies, slow starving, just get weaker and weaker. What's up with the world? How can we let another person just fall down? There must be a way to chase this around and help those get off the ground. A mother losing a child is so hard to see. Living in a poverty is a misery. You just wanna be free, live out a normal life, but they need our help. Don't hesitate to fight. I see it on the news, I see it in the paper. Show us poverty goodbye forever and ever. It's time to stand up, stop poverty now, and let's speak up.
No time to waste, no time to stop, we need to keep sharing the message of love. Let's make a change, let's stand our ground. Let's unite the world, share God's love around. No time to waste, no time to stop, we need to keep sharing the message of love. Let's make a change, let's stand our ground. Let's unite the world, share God's love around.
Stand up, stand up. Stand up for love, stand up, stand up. Stand up for love, stand up, stand up. Now stand up for love, stand up, stand up.
Yeah.
Stand up
So
for
let's
love.
stand up for love, stand up for what is right. Do we have to fight? Do we have to see people cry? So many are suffering for not living healthily. Question I ask is why this is happening. These are God's people, but we let the devil attack them. Come on, people, let's be a voice for them. Let's just shout out to raise the awareness, because this world should not be in this mess. It's time to waste, it's time to stop. We need to keep sharing the message of love. Let's make a change, let's stand our ground. Let's unite the world, share God's love around. The time to waste, the time to stop. We need to keep sharing the message of love. Let's make a change, let's stand our ground. Let's unite the world, share God's love around. Let's end poverty, unite as one, and share God's love around. Bring peace on earth.
Well, finally, on this edition of the Leicester Music Podcast, it's the Delis Mix, and before we hear from the band, here's a big track from them called Shaman's Dance. Well, that's Deli's Mix then, and Shaman's Dance, a song I'm very familiar with from last year, and with Tom and Rich. Tom, first of all, new CD coming out. That's pretty exciting, really, isn't it?
It's quite exciting, John. Yeah, it's the first for us, first official single. It's going to have 2 tracks on it. It's going to have the one you just heard, Shaman's Dance, but it's going to have the new official single, which is I'll See You Again.
And Rich, you'd be pretty happy to get a product out there now, won't you?
Yeah, finally. It's after so long of trying to get a single together, we're finally putting something out, and we're all happy with it. So it took some time, but it's worth it. Yeah.
And obviously we got Glaston Budget to look forward to, and you did your audition, at the Shed, as everybody does. And how did you feel that went?
I think it went pretty well. We managed to join a really good crowd. The Shed was full and everybody enjoyed it. And we got a place at Glaston Budget, so that shows that it must have done pretty well. So, yeah, we're all happy with it, yeah.
And you're on the same stage you were on last time, Tom?
Same stage, John, as last year, yeah, that was good. It was, I think it was the Saddle Span last year. I know they rename it every year. I don't know who's got it this year. But it was good to get into the festival again, because it was a bit of, I don't know what you call it, but our first ever gig was the audition for the 2012 festival, and Glaston Budget, and same venue again. So it was good to come back, because we hadn't played there since the audition, so it had been over a year. It was quite good to come back and see, okay, that was where we were then, this is where we were now. And we had a big crowd, full, good atmosphere. The Shed, if you're going to get one thing, it's going to be an atmosphere from it. And I can't remember the name of the festival organiser now. His name's got...
Muzz, I think.
Muzz, yeah, he says. We were talking after the gig, and he said that it's got the best... the Shed's got one of the best atmospheres in Leicester, and I'd have to agree with that, definitely.
So from a very small venue to a very big outside venue, let's hope the weather's good as well.
Yeah, yes. Definitely. Fingers crossed.
Let's
Nobody likes rain.
weather,
and what's your stage time? You know your stage time?
We're on about 7:30 on the Saturday, so yeah.
That's a pretty good time to be on, actually.
Yeah, that's peak
spot.
time. That's a nice time, really.
It's evening, not too late, so people aren't too intoxicated. You know, they're not in there, but they're kind of, there's enough people around. Everyone's around. The bigger tribute acts on the larger stages are just starting to sort of come on in the evening. So it's a sweet spot, I would say, the evening. I think we're on the Friday as well.
And I noticed from Twitter that you've got quite a few other gigs kind of dotted around this summer, haven't you, really?
We've got quite a few. We're also going to be doing the Hinckley Festival and Glastonbury, I believe. And the dates... Remind me, I think Hinckley Festival's end of June and Glastonbury is start of July.
Yeah, I'm hosting one of the stages at Glastonbury. I found out this week, actually, the acoustic stage. So maybe I can just pop over and introduce you, maybe.
Yeah. Fingers. I'm sure you'll be able to. Yeah.
I mean, this man's presenting skills, Rich. What do you think? You know,
I'm not really sure. I might have to audition at the Shed. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe think about it. You have to audition the presenters at the stage, and we're all there, yay or nay, thumbs up, thumbs down, Roman style. Yeah. I think that's the case. That should be. It should be.
End of this week, obviously, you've got a gig at the O2 Academy as well, along with KY and Former Warning. Quite a good lineup there.
It's going to be good as well. Former Warning we've played with once before. We had the pleasure of doing that before, and they were good. And of course, they're not very well known in these parts. Good to get them on the bill. Good to play with them, regardless of who's going on first. And that was good because we know that they can draw a crowd as well. Quality band, quality music.
Strong lineup.
Yeah. And KY as well, who we're going to be meeting for the first time at that gig, and we know and we've seen things and heard great things about him too. So it should be a really solid evening for a crisp £5 note will get you. Think about it.
They've hired a DJ as well. I'm not sure who that is actually.
Mr. Sinclair. I know of this.
So I get to play some tunes.
This renegade.
Because Andy Wright, who runs it, said if you book anybody in or something, you've got to come and actually DJ. Mate.
Yeah. Well, glues the evening together, because I remember there was a gig we did with you as well, John.
September, wasn't
and it was back at the end of September last year, and it was at the Soundhouse, and you were kind of keeping the evening flowing in between, because I think there was quite a few bands on. There was 5 or 6 bands on.
Yeah, it was a charity evening, wasn't it?
Charity evening with James Attenborough, I believe, and who's now with Arts in Leicester, I think. And and it just knitted it all together that little bit more. It just kept things flowing a little bit, you know. And you were DJing on that, so.
So it's not about me; it's about you. Let's turn it around. So you got a big summer coming up. The single launch, I think, is quite exciting, really, isn't it? Yeah. So are there plans then to? You're going to keep doing singles for a while, or do you think you'll do an album? I suppose for bands, albums are quite difficult.
It's having the time and keeping the momentum. It's a difficult thing. It's a difficult thing to balance that momentum and time. So for a while, I think we'll be pushing out singles whilst creating the album. So
that's the other thing as well, because our set's growing and changing all the time. And the thing is, a lot of the time, what we're doing, we're always in a position where we sit and look at what we've written. And a lot of the time we'll think, well, this is strong, but it's not quite ready yet. But then we look back at the older stuff and we think, okay, well, that's not quite up to the level where we are. And the thing is, we're still a new band. We've only been around for a year and a half. And that's the other thing. An album would be too soon at the minute. Putting out regular singles, getting a good turnover, beginning to go national with our as a status. re-establishing everything in Leicestershire, spreading out through the Midlands, spreading out through England, and then Britain. Singles, and the other thing as well, without it'd be tricky to do it. I mean, to do an album, you'd have to have the backing as well. Singles, it's a little bit easier for us. We can do that, and you can put them out quickly. I was chatting to Jonesy, and he's another one in the area that will regularly put out singles. He'll put out a couple of songs 2-3 months at a time.
And you're going to hear from Jonesy later on in this podcast, actually. Strangely.
Yeah, well, we're good friends with him. We chat a lot, me and Jonesy. He's a big golf fan as well. I'm a big golf fan. I'm not saying I'm any good, but...
And I own golfs.
He owned golf. My brother, Little Rick, he's had 4 golfs in a year. Since
I've got 3 of them still.
Exactly. He's got 3 of them sitting in the drive. Have you ever seen an 18-year-old?
You'll make 1 out of 3.
He's got a golf club.
I have to choose one.
Okay, let's go back to music as we're getting on to close. So really, an exciting time. Tell us more about the EP, essentially, is what it is, and what's on it.
Well, this single is going to have 2 tracks on it to begin with. EP is something we'd be looking to do later on in the year.
Yeah.
Something neat and tidy, no more than half a dozen tracks. Again, this is almost, these are 2 tracks that it's a very strong chance to be on it. And this is kind of the first sort of foray into that, I guess, for us, to putting out a product for people to buy online that's viable to people. And so these are 2 tracks. It's going to be I'll See You Again, the single, and B-side is going to be Shame's Dance. Later on in the year, we're looking to plan to put an EP out, do a launch with it as well. But this gig that we've got coming up in the O2 Leicester is the start of creating momentum towards that. So we're playing the long game, if you like.
Yeah.
Get these 2 out, put another few out in another couple of months, do that again, and then you come to an EP. So you've got some momentum, and it builds.
So we played Shaman's Dance.
So you played
people
the
already
Shaman's
had. So
Dance.
what's on the other side?
The other side is the single, the one that the show's all for, and it's I'll See You Again.
So that's it for this edition. If you'd like to feature on this podcast, please email johnsinclair32@yahoo.co.uk. And I'll be back with another Leicester Music podcast